2025-05-28:08:14 a.m. 14 goes into 28 two times. This episode of the Concord Caring Cooperative, Concord Village, Adam Street, Brooklyn, New York, 11201, managed by AKAM. It's 1K, but it should have 3. It's a double play, double feature. Because neither of these women are worth talking about on their own, but they tie together in an email. So I'm sitting at the dog run minding my business as usual. And this woman is wandering the parking lot and she's coming towards the dead end. There's no exit. So this happens a lot in the area. People lost, coming out of the train, stuff like that. So I tell her, "Are you lost?" And she says, "No, I'm the new manager here, Maureen Krug." "Oh," I said, "Hi, I sent you an email about another crazy lady harassing me in the lobby and the elevator and now on my own floor. Now she's banging on my door and you didn't get back to me." She said, "Oh, I'm sorry, I've been handling a lot of things getting on board and I got to take care of some business." So I said, "Oh, do you know one of the ladies that's harassing me and has harassed multiple people here before you got here, including the manager before you? Did AKAM or Concord Village tell you that that same lady, the manager before you, was threatened in writing and then verbally in person, then attacked by a resident that still lives here? What you gonna do about that, new management?" I tell her all this crazy, horrific, racist stuff. Now, this white lady, she comes at me as the manager. She throws her kids into this for no good reason. She could be a white lady who, with morals, and be offended by what I described without using your kids, your black kids, your half-black kids, as she described them, as human shields from criticism about how you do or don't do your job. So she said, "Oh, that's intolerable. No, I don't work that way. I don't work that way. I have biracial kids." And I knew right then and there that nothing was going to happen because she had no reason to say that at all. And follow it up with, what did she do? Her first order of action as the new management, she sends out an email. Doormen are now forbade? Well, whatever, from giving dog treats in the lobby. So that was her first order of business. She didn't even address what I said. God forbid, the gods, all of them, whichever one you want, God forbid you have some cordial relations between the staff and the residents and the dog, right? Everybody she wants happy. But somebody's dog was on an all-vegan holistic diet and flipped out on the doorman for giving a treat without permission. So instead of just double confirm you have consent to give the dog a treat or not, or they'll tell you in advance, no, he can't have it. What is with the dog rules? Dog enforcers, dog Nazis of Concord Caring Cooperative. Then she goes on to completely ignore all the rest of my emails. No action taken. So I'm sorry to her kids. I can imagine what else she's done traumatically to impact their upbringing. Anyway, so the woman that was knocking on my door this time, so many, it was during the pandemic. I have a mask on. I have headphones in. I have a dog. I'm trying to get to the elevator before the other crazy lady starts popping out of nowhere screaming at me. All right? And minding my business, get to the elevator and she says, "You don't say hello." This woman's name is Anita. And I had headphones in, so I kept going, minding my business. And then 5 seconds after I locked the door behind me on my floor, somebody's banging on my door asking why I didn't say hello. So if you're an unannounced guest, you have to announce yourself in the lobby with the doorman, even if you live in the building. So she's going out of her way to harass me without permission. She lives on the 8th floor. I lived on 16. She had no reason to be on my floor other than to harass me. Anyway, the first time I met her, everybody else, my clients, were like, "Watch out for this one. She's trouble." But she's unavoidable because she just wanders the halls and the streets, and she talks to anybody that will talk back to her. She looks disheveled. She looks like one of the characters from the Addams Family, and she seemed crazy but harmless at first. And I was like, oh, I'll just be nice to her. But the friendlier she gets, the more she talks, the more crazy shit she says coming out of her mouth. So she tells me she finds that the staff, which is 99% Latino, is lazy, not working hard enough, not doing this and that. So I was like, where are you going with this lady? She tells me that she litters. She throws shit on the floor, on the grounds, and she roams around and she walks around to see how long it takes for someone in the staff to notice and pick it up. And she's mad that they don't pick it up fast enough. She doesn't see how fucking crazy it is that she's littering in the first place. Fucking crazy bitch. So I thought it's not that rich where we live. She didn't look like she had money. That was my fault for assuming, but I had a bag of clothes I was about to donate to a charity. Maybe 2 or 3 garbage bags worth of clothes to donate. And she sees me and she goes, "Oh, no, can I have it? My son's about to have job interviews. He'll really need some of this stuff." It was nice. It was dress clothes that were not in my size, and I hoped I'd never be again, and she seemed desperate to have it. So, well, it saves me a trip to Goodwill and it serves its purpose. This guy has an interview, right? I didn't know. Come to find out years later that she's sitting on stacks of money, so much money, and she made a habit of falling over in pharmacies and retail spaces, opening checking accounts in various banks with the minimum deposit for a year to get like $250. So, she got a lot of time and money to waste to be littering. So that was a 2-for-1. What do you think? 747 is a good place to stop, so that's where I'll stop, 747.